Hey everyone, welcome to the Virtual Speaking Podcast with me, Shaunie Sanders. Today we're talking about how to boost your engagement on Instagram. It is probably one of the things that we most want to do as Instagram account businesses and brands. We want to always know how to boost our engagement, have our audience a lot more engaged. So that's what we're talking about today. Let's tune in. All right, guys, we are talking about how to boost your engagement on Instagram, how to get people to want to engage more with your content, to want to share your content, to respond to your content. And the way you do that is, I said it before, you engage. If you want people to engage with your content, you have to engage their content. But there are some things you can do to boost your engagement. If you're just on social media and you're just posting pictures of yourself and you're not really giving really good captions to go with those pictures, then you're not going to get the response that you're looking for. You're not going to get the engagement that you're looking for. In order for people to engage with your posts, you have to share something of value to them. And I know we hear that word all the time. What's value? Oh, share something of value. Share something of value. What is that? Well, whatever resonates with your audience, what you believe is valuable. When you think about yourself, what do you think is valuable to you? What do you want to save? What do you want to share? What do you want to see? When you go on Instagram, what kind of content do you like? And if you like a certain content and you will share certain content, then that's the type of content that you want your followers and your audience to engage with. And that's the kind of content that they're going to engage with. That's just the way it works. So if there's quotes work really, really well when it comes to boosting engagement because people love to be inspired. We're all here on a journey. We're all dealing with life. COVID, pre-COVID, we're kind of coming out of that isolation stage. So people are looking for ways to be motivated. And quotes really help people in that way. They really resonate with people. I know I can come to someone's page and all of a sudden I read a quote and it kind of directly speaks to whatever I'm going through at that moment. And I look and I say, wow, that resonates with me. I'm going to share this on my page. I'm going to share this with some friends. And once people start to do that, then those people, those friends will then come over to your page because they're like, hey, I like this quote. I want more stuff like this. And if this person is doing that, then I'm going to follow them and I'm going to save their content and I'm going to share it with my friends. And that's how you begin to boost your engagement. They talk about content that is shared. When we say shareable, we're talking about quotes, okay? And then we talk about educational content. Like, what can I learn from this person that I don't know? What kind of tips, what kind of hacks, what do they do that can make my life better? Because the key here is that I want to work smarter. I want to be better organized. I don't want to work hard at it because I want to have more time for the things that matter most to me. So you think about educational content. What can you educate people on? What do you know that you do well? And I know a lot of times we look at social media and we say to ourselves, hey, everybody's doing the same thing. Everybody's talking about how to do social media tips and hacks and tools. Everybody's doing this. Everybody's talking about Canva. But guess what? That's because there is a need for it. They talk about it because people want it. So it doesn't matter how many people talk about it. There is still room for you to talk about it. There are things that you know that other people don't know. Because even when I started, I thought to myself, hey, if I start to do the whole Instagram tips, social media marketing, building your brand and business, is anybody gonna listen to me? I don't have a huge following right now, but yet I do have a very hyper engaged audience, but it's just the information they want to hear from me. Would they consider me to be a social media guru? And because what people don't know about me is that I've been in the marketing and PR field for over 25 plus years. So I know how to build brands. I work with brands like Payless. I work with brands like Kroger. I work with very large brands before. And so I know what it takes to build a brand. And so I said to myself, hey, I do have something to share. I have something people want to hear, and I'm going to give that to them. I'm on this journey. I'm learning new tricks and new tips every day, and I want to share that content with people. So I began to switch out some of my content to not just be about outfits of the day and not just about fashion, but it's about my family. It's about my educational pieces that I want to give people to learn, so they'll know that, hey, you can do these simple things just to boost your engagement. You do these simple things to, rebrand your Instagram account. So that's what I decided to do. Even though it's in a market where everybody is doing it, I still decided that, hey, you know what? There's still an audience out there that want to listen to me and that probably are in the same position that I am right now with building my brand or building a brand on social media, building your business. And they probably like, hey, I want to filter through some of these people and find the person that really resonates with me. So that's why I'm telling you, listen, you have content that someone can learn from. I don't care what it is. I follow people who do the DIY hacks, and I love them. And there's a lot of them that do it. But I still look at all of their pages because they all have different hacks. Some of them do the same thing, but some of them do something different. So educational piece is really huge. And it's so funny how Instagram has really changed into becoming more of a place where you're learning things. You know, normally we will go to YouTube to learn something, or Facebook maybe, but Instagram has really changed their look, their feel, how they want people to use their app, or how they want people to use the features that they have. So becoming educational, like we're gonna get into a whole episode about Reels and how Reels really help support and boost engagement. That's a really big piece of it. And stories is a big piece of boosting your engagement. You want to, maybe post your stories daily, just to give people a glimpse at you, a glimpse of behind the scenes. You want to go live sometimes, just so people can see the live person behind the pictures and the reels and all those different things, to know that you go through things. You struggle just like they do. People love connecting to your story. So whatever your story is, for coming on Instagram, building your business, building your brand, whatever your struggles been, whatever your victories have been, whatever your failures have been, that stuff resonate with people because we connect to people. We don't connect to Instagram. We connect to you. We connect to what your story is. We engage with you because you are just like me. And because of that, I'm gonna engage with your posts because you go through the same things I go through, and I realize that I'm not by myself. I'm learning new things. I'm growing in different areas. But when I come on Instagram and I see other people who are struggling in certain areas, who have won in certain areas that I'm trying to win in, then I'm like, hey, this stuff resonates with me. I'm gonna follow this person. I'm gonna follow their journey. I'm gonna comment on their posts. I'm gonna look at their stories. I'm gonna look at their reels, because they are a mirror to who I am. And I mean that in terms of, like, just like I said, the things that they go through. So that's the kind of content that gets people to engage with you. When you authentically are yourself and you're able to post your story and not be afraid of how people are gonna feel about you. People are gonna have opinions no matter what, but when you authentically yourself, no one can tear you down from that. That's a couple of ways that you can boost engagement. It's really about providing something of value. And when I say value again, I want to let you know I'm talking about something that people can learn from, something that people can connect with, on an emotional piece or just on your journey. And I'm talking about stuff that people are just think is funny. Like, we must realize too, life doesn't always have to be so serious. We can post something that's just purely entertaining and it's gonna get so much engagement. Like, I look at stuff on Reels that is just so funny, and I'm engaging and I'm liking and I'm reading other comments, because the comments is where it's at. The comments is where all the meat and potato lives. And so people get into the comments, and sometimes it's really funny. And they talk about whatever video they're seeing. And it's just really, people are very creative when it comes to social media and when it comes to being on Reels. So I would tell you to step out of your box, be yourself. Don't let no one put you in this thing where you have to be a certain way on Instagram, that you always have to look picture perfect, because we are not picture perfect people. We are flawed people. We have flaws, and we will always have them. So be authentically yourself and let people see that about you. It doesn't have to always be about you being made up and looking great in this perfect picture, because nobody's life is perfect. And that's what gets people to resonate. I'm telling you, if you really want to boost your engagement, if you really want people to come over and interact with your content, if you really want to build whatever brand that is that you're building, no matter what, people will connect with your story. People will connect with who you are and how you got to where you are. And you always want to be able to share that. People will connect with quotes that resonate or just speaks to a moment that they're going through in their life that they're going through. And you want to be able to share that stuff. Whatever quotes that you scroll through Instagram and they resonate with you, you should reshare those. I reshare quotes on my stories all the time. I tag the person who actually the quote came from, because you want to definitely give those people credit for posting that. Or either I just post my own quotes that resonate with me on my page, and look at your metrics and see how your content is really performing with your audience. Well, if you see that the posts that you post get the most comments, get the most likes, get the most shares, you want to do more of that. If you see the content that you post when it comes to teaching someone something, gets more likes and shares than your quotes, or more likes and shares and saves than your outfit of the day, then do more content that way. Your audience is talking to you when they like something, when they comment on something, they're telling you, hey, do more of this because this is what I like. And that's what you want to do. You want to always listen to your audience, and you want to give them what resonates with them. If they like the shareable content, if they like the teaching content, that is, then give them more teaching things. If they like the quotes, give them more quotes. You know, we want to learn, we want to be inspired, we want to be loved, we want to be appreciated. So you want to share content that really resonates with your audience. You want to entertain them and let them know that you're not serious all the time, that you can do some funny things, you can do some of the funny challenges on Reels. I'm not saying you got to be a dancer because it's hard for me to catch on to those routines, although I try. It's hard, but just do what really makes you happy. That's what this is about. It's about you doing what makes you happy and what resonates with you, that will resonate with your audience. That's how you boost engagement. So just remember that the true way to boost engagement over everything that I said, over everything that you may have heard anyone else say, it is to just be yourself. And I know sometimes that it's hard to do when you're on a visual platform that demands you to show your face, to show your body, to show who you are, to show your quirkiness, the weird things about you, or just the uncomfortable things that you don't want people to see. It's okay. We are all right there with you. We are all flawed. We are not perfect. No one is perfect. Everyone's body is beautiful. Every body type should be seen and should be celebrated. There's no one body type that is the best out there. Remember that body positivity is so important, especially with us as women, and especially when you're on a visual platform like this. And if you're looking for engagement and you want to take pictures of yourself and you're saying to yourself, should I do this? I'm not in the best shape right now. I want to drop some weight, or I'm not just feeling good about my body overall. Remember that you're beautiful just the way you are. Just the way you are. And there are other women out there that are just like you, that are looking for someone to step out there and be like, I'm bold and I'm beautiful no matter what it is. So be authentically yourself. Don't let nothing stop you. This is how you get engagement. Be yourself. Be who you are. Be confident in the pictures you take. Post them. Be confident in whatever captions you write. The posts that you post them. And it doesn't matter if you're not getting the likes and the shares right away. Remember, progress is slow, but you have to be in it for the long haul. You have to understand that nothing comes overnight, but if you continue to post consistently, if you continue to engage with other people's accounts, if you continue to show up on Reels, if you continue to show up on stories, you will get the engagement you want and you will grow. That's what this is all about. You are going to grow. But overall, like I said, be authentically yourself. Don't come out on social media being somebody that you are not, because that will get tiring. That will get tiring, and it's just too much of a burden to carry. And you don't need to do that because you're perfect just the way you are. You have something to give people. People want to interact with you. You just have to give them what you have for them to do it. So I hope you guys really got something out of this. And remember that in order to boost your engagement on Instagram, you can look through all the tips and hacks you want. Overall, it comes down to being authentically yourself. Sharing who you are with people so people can connect with you. You have something to say, you have something that people want to hear. So just make sure you just do it. Don't think about it, don't overthink it, just do it. So I really hope this really helps you guys today to really boost your engagement, because I know you can do it. And like I said, drop me comments below. Let me know if you are really taking off with these keys that I'm giving you, and just using and implementing these in your strategy to build your business or your brand online. All right, guys, coming up next, we have the tool tips, so stay tuned. All right, guys, we are back, and here are 5 tool tips to help you boost engagement. Tip number 1, post consistently. You don't want to post and go. So you want to show up on Instagram and make sure you post. If you want them to engage with you, you have to show up. Tip number 2, comment and respond. If someone comments on your page, make sure you respond to them. That's engagement. Go comment on their page. So that way now you have a two-way communication going on. Tip number 3, view their stories and reels. View stories and reels of other people's accounts and interact with those stories and reels. Leave emojis, leave comments, because once you do that, people will then come over to your account and start interacting with you. Tip number 4, Use shareable content. Create shareable content. That is what this is about. We talked about this in the podcast. We're talking about quotes. We're talking about something that they can learn from, and we talk about something that is entertaining. That's shareable content. Tip number 5 is to ask for engagement. I know it sounds crazy, but you need to ask for it. When you do your captions, give a question at the bottom, say, hey, share this. Hey, save this so you can come back later and read it. Share it with a friend or share it with a family member. Leave a comment. Ask for engagement. That is nothing wrong with that. It is the simplest way of getting engagement is to ask for it. So that's your 5 tool tips of the day. I really hope those help you out. Tune in next week and I give you more tips on how to grow your Instagram account. Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me with the Virtually Speaking Podcast. Make sure you tune in next Tuesday as we give you more tips, hacks, tools, and advice on how to grow your business and your brand online. Make sure you hit that subscribe notification so you can subscribe to the channel to get all my new videos, and also hit the notification button so when I do upload new videos, which I do very often, you will definitely be notified. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next week.